Hello everyone. I'm going to sneak in a quick video while I have a few minutes and do some diamond painting and some chatting, also known as WIP and chat. And I'm still working on the same Chuck Pinson and probably will be for another month. But anyway, it is Wednesday and I really didn't think I would get a video out today, but I had an appointment this morning with a doctor that comes to your home. So when I turned of age and became Medicare qualified, I hadn't gone to the doctor. This was last October, so I guess they noticed and they called and they said, hey, we'll send one out to you and they'll come to your home. I mean, I guess that's how it works, but I said, okay. So it wasn't like a full exam or anything like that, but they gave me a time frame, 11 to 12, I believe. No, 10 to 11. And he was here like at 10 after 10 and sat at my dining room table and asked me questions. They ask you to, make sure you have your medications and all that so that the doctor can look at them. And it would just be checking like your blood pressure and, some of those simple things. But anyway, I got through it pretty good and it was done in like 15 or 20 minutes. So I've got some time now that I can diamond paint, and then before I pick up my grandson, which he has his end of year school party today at 12 noon, I'm going to give him some time to enjoy that and play on the playground afterwards. So I'm going to pick him up around 3. His piano lesson is at 5, so that gives me time with him. And then one of his friends is going to be spending the night tonight with him. And so he's got a pretty fun-filled day today. He was excited waking up this morning knowing, what was in store for him. And he was excited he didn't have to bring his backpack to school today. So anyway, today's been a good day so far. And I'm looking forward to the weekend. I've got some plans. I'm going to go to the local Moose Club and play bingo with some of my friends. And I've got some things coming in the mail that I ordered, so I'm excited to get those. One of them is a desk that I'm going to be putting together, but I'm not going to bore you guys with putting it together. And it looks like it's a pretty easy one to put together from looking at the pieces and the parts and of course reading the reviews. Everybody says it was super easy to put together. But I am going to rearrange my room. And again, I don't know, maybe I just like to move my furniture around. Is anybody else like that? Do you get like, I don't know the word, but you just need to change things around and try to make everything fit better or more accessible. With all my diamond painting stuff, I have decided that once I finish this painting, if not before, I'm going to move from my tower of trays, and I'm going to work strictly from my Elizabeth Ward containers, because I do have that rechargeable tray. This isn't it, but I have a rechargeable tray that has finally shipped, and I think it said Monday I'll be getting it. So I do want to I want to use that one pretty much full time. So twice Toby has almost toppled over my trays, and if he does that, if he succeeds in toppling over my tray tower by getting underneath this shelf stand that they're sitting on, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be 48 colors all mixed together all over the floor. So yesterday, I put a pillow underneath it and I put some obstacles so he can't get to it because he's no longer afraid of the kids' stuffed animals. I came home yesterday and I couldn't find him again. And I looked and he was back behind the shelf unit. He had actually pushed it away from the wall without toppling over my towers that are sitting on the top shelf. And he was behind it and he was stuck. He couldn't move forward, he couldn't move backward. Who knows how long he was stuck behind that shelving unit. But I'm not going to take any chances. And besides, I really do want to just work out of the trays for a while. Not the trays, but the Elizabeth Ward container for a while. And I think that'll give me more space too, because these towers take up the whole corner of my room. And so I'm going to rearrange that. And I think maybe that'll make me happy. And I'll show you in a future video after I get everything in and put together and arrange the way I want it. I'll show you my crafting corner. If you hear piano music in the background, I have a video playing for my bird, and it's a mixture of piano music and bird chirping. And on the screen, there's just beautiful birds that are flying back and forth on a branch and down below to a bird feeder. And it's just really relaxing, and my bird just loves it. He loves watching the other birds flying around. There's squirrels, and they're eating and they're bathing and they're playing and they're having a good old time. So that's what that music is in the background. Okay. Getting through this square. I'm working up at the top. I have it turned upside down. I'm working on the sky right now. And look at how shiny this palm tree is. You just can't beat these drills. But what else is going on? Is everybody doing okay with all the storms that have been happening up there in the Midwest? I hope so. I think it's calmed down a little bit. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen any news hit my news feed on it. I know we're just getting into the start of hurricane season here in Florida, which starts June 1st and it goes to November 31st. And our most active time is in the September-October range. The water is super warm, and it seems like they're just one after another coming through. Hopefully they don't hit the east coast of Florida or anywhere for that matter, but not fun. I have hurricane shutters built in, so all we have to do is open the window and pull them closed and lock them. So we're very fortunate. We don't have to like drill holes and put plywood up or anything like that. Every now and then I have to pick a drill or two out because they've got ragged edges and they're just not going to lay close to each other. You know, I've talked about it a lot. This painting has a lot of raw edge drills. They're shiny and sparkly, but it's like the cutter was dull or something because they're not cut very well. I'm giving a lot of thought to my upcoming diamond painting gathering that I'm going to be having at the end of June. And I'm going to start jotting down in my journal little tips that I want to share with them. One of them is the tip that we all know very well, and I didn't share it with them when we were at the party, but adding the piece of washi tape at the end of the tray, and the drills just line up so much easier, faster, and better that way. So that'll definitely be one of the tips that I share with the group. And it's just so much fun to craft together. I wish that everyone that watches my videos could be at my little group gathering. We'd have so much fun. If anybody's coming to Florida and you're coming to the southeast, specifically around the Vero Beach area, Melbourne, Vero Beach, even Orlando, it's only an hour and a half from here. Let me know. Maybe we can meet up, or I can plan a diamond painting gathering at the clubhouse here and invite you. Because I have access 7 days a week, and pretty much between the hours of like 9 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. So it's pretty flexible. And they don't charge me. So I ordered 2 really pretty table. Did I order 2 or 3? I think I ordered 3. On Temu, they have these polyester tablecloths, and they're floral. It's watercolor floral. Really pretty pinks and purple and white and I guess some green. I don't know. They're just floral. And I'm going to cover the tables with those tablecloths just to spruce it up a bit. And I'll just use them every month. I had the plastic ones that I got from the Dollar Tree for the party that I had over the weekend, and those worked fine. But I'd like to have something a little nicer for when we get together. And they have a full-size refrigerator there in the clubhouse. So if I wanted to bring, you know, snacks or ice cream or, you know, anything that needed to be chilled, finger sandwiches, there's a refrigerator right there that we can use. It's really nice. I've not used the clubhouse until this weekend, believe it or not. My kids and grandkids have. They swim a lot in the pool. And, but I don't particularly like to swim. And probably this summer I will, though, because I've got my grandson and we're going to have to find things to do every day, and he loves being at the pool. So, of course, I probably will be doing that. Do I have any more plus signs? Oh yeah, there's 2. I'm kind of working 1, 2, 3 sections right now at a time. Usually I just do 1 section, but I don't know. I pulled the cover sheet back all the way, and maybe I'll try it and see how it goes. Where is my little container? Oh, here it is. One thing about these Diamond Art Club trays, the little grooves, and it's a good thing, these little grooves that you line up your diamonds on are spaced a little bit further apart so the diamonds don't get stuck. I mean, and diamonds will get stuck on, like, if there's any glue residue. And I saw one of the tips, a lady puts hand sanitizer and rubs it really good and then dries it off. But I've never cleaned this tray, but I did notice that the material, whatever this plastic is so smooth, and the grids are spaced nicely so they don't get stuck, and they just slide right out. So if you get a Diamond Art Club painting, these trays are awesome, and they're a pretty nice size. I don't know if I have like the green boat laying around. I don't think so, but this is a pretty good size. It's actually, I can measure it for you. Okay, so it is from one end to the spout 5 inches, and then in width it is 3.5 inches. So it's 5 by 3.5. And then the sides, you can see the sides have an extra little whatever you want to call it, height to it. So I am looking at a little over 1/2 inch tall. And I had so many of these, I gave a lot of these away, which I don't regret. I still have a lot more, and I only use 1. You know, my tray tower actually has trays that are like this, and these are pretty big trays. Actually, my tray tower trays are six inches by 3.5 inches and exactly 1/2 inch tall. So they are longer, but it's okay. I really want to put those away for a while and just, like I said, work out of my Elizabeth Ward trays, see how that is. I just think that it'll give me less stress about my diamond spilling. And that's what it's all about, less stress, right? That's what I told the doctor today. He goes, anxiety and stress, what are your levels, do you think? Do you think they're normal compared to others, or less or more? I said, well, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have said less. I said, but since I've had my dogs and I live with my family actually lives with me, I said, I think my stress level's high. I don't know, maybe it's not high in comparison to others, but I feel like it's elevated a little bit. But you know what? We all have our little situations that we work through and say some prayers about. Helps us get through some of the tough times. And ooh, I almost lost that tray. And really count my blessings, because I have my health and I have everything that I need. I am truly, truly blessed. I have no room to complain. And there's always someone worse off, no matter what. One of the things I always keep in my prayers, and I started doing it when I heard, or I think I have someone on Facebook that mentioned that they do this. They pray for a couple things. For one, they pray and thank their guardian angel for protecting them each day, because we all were given a guardian angel. And then another thing on the other end of the spectrum is they pray for all the people that are going to be dying today. And I know that sounds morbid, but it's a fact of life. And what they pray for is a peaceful and happy death. And I just think that that's a good thing to pray for. And I do that. I try to remember every day to thank God for everything that I have, keep everyone safe and healthy, and pray for those who are suffering and those who are going to be leaving this world today, that they may find peace. I don't know how I got on this subject, but anyway, I have to laugh. My dog snores so loud. I think it's Dottie right now. She's sound asleep. I have to figure out, I need to call our waste management company and find out how to dispose of, what do you call it? Rubber mulch. So my son-in-law had put some rubber mulch in our flower garden in the front yard a year ago. And the HOA in my neighborhood, their landscaping company, they came to remulch everything, but they told me that they couldn't do our yard because we had rubber mulch, which I didn't know we had rubber mulch. But anyway, they can't put red mulch over the top of rubber mulch, that we would have to get it out of there. So my son-in-law raked it all out and put it in tarps. There's a lot. I didn't think there was that much. But he filled 2 tarps plus like a big, huge garbage can. And it's in the garage right now. And so I called our waste management to see how they wanted me to bundle it up so that they could pick it up. So all in all, she didn't know. She had to check with her manager, and her manager had told her to let me know that they don't pick up rubber mulch, that we have to call the transfer station to see if the landfill will take it. So I need to do that today. Hopefully someone will take it, because it's taken up a lot of space in my 1-car garage. And my son-in-law said he had no idea he was buying rubber mulch, because I was kind of curious like why he chose that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's here nor there, but it's got to go. And I would think that the landfill would take it. I mean, if not, I guess I could call to see where they dispose rubber tires. You know, playgrounds have rubber mulch, but I'll figure that out. Then we're supposed to be getting our driveway increased widened so that more cars can fit. And I've been waiting like a month. They said it would take 4 weeks to get the paperwork, I guess the permit, and the pavers ordered because it's a paver driveway. And they're going to extend it out so 2 cars can fit lengthwise, or not lengthwise, but side by side. Because right now only 1 car can fit, and then we have to park the other one at the end of the driveway parallel to the house so we're not blocking the sidewalk. We're not allowed to have our tires touch the sidewalk. But I called Friday last week and asked them if it was going to be happening soon. And the fellow at the paving company said yes, that they got the paperwork and it would be finished in the next 2 weeks. So fingers crossed, it'll be sooner. We have an overflow parking, but it's a little bit of a walk. It's down to the end of the street over by the cluster mailboxes. But sometimes it fills up and there's no spaces left if you don't get in there before people get home from work and everything. Then it's like, uh-oh, now where do I park? Because we're not allowed to park at the clubhouse or the tennis court area. So that is the problem. But this problem will be solved because we can get 3 cars in front of the house. We can get 2 side by side and 1 at the end parked parallel. It's just needing to move a car when somebody needs to get out. That's kind of a hassle, but my daughter and son-in-law, they work that out pretty good themselves. So anyway, that's about it. I am going to probably end this video here really quick. Need to run to the store and I need to run to the post office. And by then it'll be lunchtime. Maybe I'll come home and diamond paint a little bit more before I have to go pick up my grandson. So it's been fun, and I hope that you all get some diamond painting in today, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye.